What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick video, a quick review update on our 2021. This is our Subaru Outback Onyx edition. This is the one with the upgraded where it has the moonroof. I believe that's the only upgrade with it. We've had it a year now. It's got 9,000 miles on it, so I wanted to give a quick update on who this may be for, may not be for, if we've had any issues with it, and just our overall thoughts of it. So we paid around $35,600 for it before all the chip shortages and all that when prices were normal. I think it's MSRP on it's close to 40, 39 something, but we paid around that 36,000 for it. So when it comes to looks, I really still like the looks of it. It is a wagon. Subaru doesn't classify it as a wagon, but I would definitely say that it is wagon-like, especially when you get around here to the back of it. Sorry for all the probably not the best shooting angle. So the big thing that I would say is that it does feel like a large vehicle. So it feels much larger than the Forester. I had a 2018 Forester, so it does feel a lot larger than that. But when it comes to the looks, I like it. It's basically a lifted car. As you can see, it still has the 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which is pretty standard on any of their non-cars that Subaru has. When it comes to that, the only thing I would change in the looks is the rims. I think these are the ugliest rims that you could probably get on a car. I do plan on getting lighter ones. I believe these are like 26 pounds, so I'll probably get some Koenig or some Enkei 19-pound rims, 19, 20 pounds, so I can save a little bit of weight there. With looks, I like that everything's blacked out, so you have all these lights back here that, for the most part, are basically all blacked out. So maintenance, we've done the standard oil changes, filters, all that. We've had zero issues with the car, has never been to the dealership. Besides the general service stuff you have done to it, there is one thing that I do want to mention about the actual service of it. Opened up here, it is easy to get in here and maintain things. Your oil filter is right on the top. Air filter, the only thing that's difficult to change is spark plugs, but that's just because it's a boxer engine, so it's real simple to change your oil. The plug's right underneath. You just jack it up a little bit and you're good to go. Batteries also would be easy to change, but that's pretty standard on every car. So we have any issues. I change the oil a little bit more frequently. I usually do every 35 to 4,000 miles, just because it is a turbo and I like to drive a little bit more spirited. So that fresh oil, I think, will probably help out in the long term of it. Oil's not that expensive, probably not the best for the environment, but I do recycle my oil at a local auto dealer. So that's it really for that. When it comes to the actual drivetrain of it, that's probably the biggest selling point in this, is that you get the 2.4 liter turbocharged engine. I think it's 260 horsepower, 270 some pound-feet of torque. It's way overkill for this car. If you're not wanting to haul a lot and you don't care about the horsepower, I would get the 2.5 liter, which you can't get in the Onyx edition. But this is way overkill for an engine for this type of vehicle. It will definitely get up and go. So the drivetrain's good. The CVT is a mixed bag. It doesn't bother me. You do get used to it, but it does have a few weird quirks to it. For example, if you floor it and then just let off the gas, it will hold the revs for a decent amount of time, which can get a little annoying, but once you get used to it, you're kind of slowly let your foot off the gas, and it's not a problem. It's very smooth to drive. It's a very comfortable vehicle. It's very softly sprung, so all of your suspension down here. It does have your symmetrical all-wheel drive, which is pretty standard on every Subaru besides the the BRZ. But that's it for the drivetrain. It's if you want the speed and you want to be able to tow, I think 3,700 pounds, which I actually do. I have a decent sized mower that I do some side stuff with. That's the only reason I would get it. If you don't care about that, get the 2.5, especially with gas prices right now. So now that I mentioned gas prices, let's talk about that. So this is a huge negative, I think, about this vehicle. I actually drove this vehicle to Florida recently, Actually, not recently, but last year. And I did not get the greatest gas mileage in this thing. So that is something to take into account. Oh, it won't let me show you. But anyways, well, we'll do the infotainment while I'm in here. The gas mileage I'm getting is about, I believe it's like 19 right now, and I'm getting about 21 overall. It won't let me toggle through things with everything open, but that's okay. It's not the best gas mileage. It's supposed to get like 23 and 30 and 26 combined, but it's definitely not getting that. But that's, we don't drive that far to work, so I usually drive around 6 miles one way to work, so it's not a huge amount of driving for that. Quick on the infotainment, it's a love-hate relationship for me. It is, has its good and bads. Good and bad. 11-inch screen's nice, especially when you get your Apple CarPlay and stuff all hooked up. Everything down here is touch. That's the only thing that I dislike about it, in that you really have to basically take your eyes off the road. The automatic start-stop is right here, so it's easy to turn off and on, which is a big feature. It was in the 2021s. The 2020s, they got to do a software upgrade for that. And I like all the info up here, so you have all kinds of stuff you can have up here, so that's really nice. So that's it for the infotainment. It's hit or miss. You do have your physical buttons here and your volume and tuner knob, but everything else is kind of a little bit of a pain. So interior. So the interior is kind of where this thing I think shines. It is very comfortable, lots of room. I have my seat up pretty far, but you have all kinds of room here. These seats are like a fake leather material. I like them. My wife has an Ascent, which has the real leather. She has the Limited, and she says these seats are more comfortable, even though I'm pretty sure they're the same seats. But it's a very, very comfortable vehicle to just ride in all together. It's very soft, very quiet, easy to drive. You just got tons of room. Big doors, they open really wide. Tons of back seat room. As you can see, we have a car seat back here. This is a fairly large car seat. It's a new Narava, and that's how my wife sits, and there's plenty of room there, which you do not find on a ton of vehicles. There's actually more backseat room in this than there is in our Ascent. So you got tons of room there. These seats do recline a little bit. I like that there's heated seats in the back here. At least my guests who have rode in the back of this really liked it, and you get your vents back here, which does help. The stereo system's not very good. I will mention that, but I actually upgraded the tweeters up here. Right there, it was a pretty simple upgrade to put, I think it's a kicker upgrade that you could put in there, and it was fairly easy to do. You can order them directly from Subaru. They're about $100, and they make a huge difference. So no harm in carding, but you get used to the sound. It's not the best out there. So that's it really for the interior. It's a very nice, it's a little bit more cramped feeling than, let's say, a Forester, but it does have more room lengthwise than a Forester because it's a longer vehicle. One thing about the drivetrain, the brakes on this aren't very good. They're good, but for how much horsepower is on this, I really wish you had the option to maybe upgrade and get the Brembos, I think the 4-piston in the front, 2-piston in the rear, that they have on the WRX performance package. The previous, like 2021 or 2015 to 2021, that would really be nice. I think that would really actually make this thing a little bit safer to actually drive. The sunroof's nice. It's not very big, but I think you have to basically get the Forester or the Ascent to get the bigger sunroof. Roof rails I've never used, but if you use these a lot, they're already built in your cross racks, so that is a good thing. And tons of room here in the back, so you have tons of cargo area. It's not as tall as a Forester, but it's deeper. So I drove this to Florida and had a pack and play. I had a stroller, I had a wagon, I had all kinds of stuff, power lift gates. And you get a pretty decent sized trailer hitch. I had this installed at the factory. I think it was around $600. And it's a 2-inch ball, which is nice, which is a little bit larger than the I think I had a 1-inch on my Forester. So that's really it. Besides the fuel mileage, that's the only thing that I haven't really liked about it so far. I don't really like this silver trim here. I wish that was blacked out, but that's a minor nitpicky thing. But besides the fuel mileage, we've been really happy with this. I would not pay MSRP for it. I would wait till the market settles down, unless you can get a really, really good deal on a trade-in value. But overall, I'm really liking this. The tires are pretty good. I wish they were a little bit wider. Whenever these wear out, I will get 245, 55, 18s, which are the same diameter as these. These are 225 series tires, so they are pretty narrow. That's pretty typical for standard Subaru. I think the Forester has the same size tires. I think that's mainly for ride comfort and for fuel. And you can hit potholes and run over anything, and you don't have to worry about denting a rim or puncturing a tire. So I will get 245 series once these are done. But the rims are the only thing I would change on this, and I will at some point get different rims down the road, mainly to save some weight. And I just think the rims on this thing they just aren't the most attractive rims. Actually, I don't think any Subarus have good looking rims anymore. Maybe like the 2021, the WRX, the Premium and Limited. Those rims are okay. But that's it. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below. Sorry, this is a random video shot half in our garage, but it may help somebody out. That's the goal of this. Hope you have a good rest of the day, weekend, whatever it is out there, and I will see you guys next time.